Good afternoon, G Federation, and welcome to day 45 of 100 stadiums in 100 days. Today, we have finally made it east of Texas to Joe IA Stadium at Louisiana Tech. La Tech is one of the fastest building programs in the country. Within just the last few years, renovating the football stadium, getting a brand new baseball stadium, and getting a bid into the Sun Belt. Today, we have an all-access pass to see how every last bit of it was done. I can't wait to see what's going on in Ruston. I go by the name of G Fed. Comment, subscribe. Let's check out La Tech. So we just parked up here. It's about 2 p.m. after a 4-hour drive from Dallas to Ruston. For those just joining us on the series today, this is our first day out of Dallas-Fort Worth in 3 days, as we just finished up a tour at TCU yesterday, did the Cotton Bowl for Texas, Oklahoma the day before that, and USF North Texas and Denton the day before that. But that lack of driving is much more of an exception than the norm, as after this day, we are going straight to Liberty, an almost 14-hour drive for their game Tuesday, before going all the way back to Jacksonville State for their game Wednesday, and going into Florida after that for 6 straight days in the Sunshine State. And we're going to meet with our contacts here in the club level. As we hop in, we have our two lovely fellows helping us out today. What's your name? What's your role at La Tech?
I'm Jacob Gia. I'm the Associate Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement.
Stephen Featherston. I'm the Twitter guy for football. I'm the football SID.
So you are Twitter admin.
Correct, yes.
Wow, we were seeing face of admin. That doesn't happen too often. And as we come in here, we have some proper attire to get started. If you can't tell already, I'm well beyond doing laundry right now, but the North Texas gear isn't gonna cut it today. Black hoodie, Bulldog hat, La Tech polo. We got our La Tech hoodie too. I'm not typically a collared shirt guy, but I think we gotta get something blue on. Looking good, feeling good, ready to play good. But now that we're ready to go, let's take a little look around this suite. Got a lot of classic retro La Tech stuff set up right here. I got a couple favorite things I've seen already though. First off, we got the baseball field right here that is called the Love Shack. Louisiana Tech baseball, probably their proudest sport. And then right here, I thought this was Laganapi, but I'm being told is Lanyap, very Louisiana thing. It means yearbook in Louisiana, more or less. And they have a bunch of these that you can just pull out and open. What did Louisiana Tech in 1978 look like? Pull equip page. Shout out to Beta Alpha Psi. You're the winner today. Now passing by our biggest donors, the loyalists to their alma mater. To the right here, we have the President's Suite at Louisiana Tech. This should be the best spot in the stadium to watch a game. Love a nice decorated dog. Another very old yearbook right here, and into the seats right on the 50. Couple interesting things as we walk in. So the president of the university, their dad played at Louisiana Tech. They were a guard in the 40s. That's the guards right over here. And we do have this door open to get our first shot inside the stadium. Done up super well for 100 stadiums, 100 days. Welcome, G-Fed. Thanks for having me. But we do need to know what is going on right beneath that. What do we have going on with this project right here?
Yeah, this is a multi-year project that started with our video board that got completed last year, and then a few months ago we broke ground on the new Student Athlete Academic Success Center. That's sponsored by one of our premier partners, Origin Bank, and what this is, essentially it's going to be where they go into their study hall, meet with their academic advisors, give them a place to congregate outside of the university setting while still being academic.
Of course, we have the renderings up here for the full project, but if you do want to see it complete in video game mode, when La Tech sent their stadium for NCAA Football 26, they sent it with this built. Maybe just one little thing you notice next time you play with La Tech. After the big suite, we still got one more level to go. That's gonna take us up to some more suites and the press level too. We're gonna start by heading down this way into the athletic director suite. It has, from what I'm told, a little bit more than just a suite. So on the right, you see the standard fantastic suite. But on the left, you see some pretty heavy duty camera equipment. And that's because when there isn't a game going on, which is 359 out of 365 days of the year, there is a podcast that goes on in the AD suite. If you can't tell from this right here, it is called Tech Drive. It is on Louisiana Tech's YouTube page, and if you are a Tech fan, maybe you want to check it out. We also have a nice Terry Bradshaw Steelers jersey up here, who went to Louisiana Tech. What's up, Bulldogs? I go by the name of G-Fed, and this is a Tech Drive. I never thought of myself to be much of a podcaster, but maybe someday, who knows? I see we got the Bark Louder calendar pins right here. Most college football fans know Georgia does the dog barking. They're also the Bulldogs. Does that happen at La Tech too?
Yes, but we usually bark louder than them.
We're putting Georgia on the schedule. You guys want the smoke, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they want it. Georgia, La Tech, loudest Bulldog bark. Make it happen. Off to our next room up here, which is gonna actually be our PA room, because I am told this is the best view of the entire stadium. From the seat of the PA, here's our mic, Here's our video board. Here's that view of La Tech football. This mic is actually on right now. I haven't called anything on PA yet. Do we have like people that are gonna hear this?
Yep.
Yeah, press and hold.
Oh, okay. We have to press and hold, and now it's on. Oh, do you hear that echo right now? I go by the name of G-Fed. Welcome to 100 stadiums in 100 days.
And of course, this is where we control all of our video board and our favorite button to press. A little bit of dogs win.
Boom. But we have our guy leaving us. Thanks for the tour. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Passing it off to Holden, who we already had in the video, but formally introducing him now. Also just had it brought up to me as we're leaving the public address room. This is Kick Brooks' public address room from Brooks and Dunn, old country band. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. That's them, right?
No.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy is definitely Brooks and Dunn. I think you're tripping. I don't know any country, but I think I know that. Boost Scoop Boogie is Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah.
We got that one. My expectations for media rooms are never really high because they are the most consistent spot in a college stadium. No matter what the level is, they all look roughly the same. This right here though, this is some pretty good commemoration of former players. This is the Buddy Davis media room. Here he is right here. Probably the last time Karl Malone and Terry Bradshaw were on campus at the same time in 2017. Then we also got one of my personal favorite alums, Paul Millsap. This right here on the right could be the coolest part though. You got a bunch of signed letters to Buddy Davis from so many great professional athletes. Like right here is Willis Reed, who went to Grambling State, about 10 minutes down the road. A school I was told to check out today. If we have time for just a little bit of HBCU action. On that, that's enough of our clubs, suites, whatever you want to call it for today. And that's going to take us into the player facility, which at La Tech is the DAC, or the Davison Athletic Complex. Before we get in though, we're gonna get one more angle of this field because good Lord, this is some good looking stuff. What's up guys, how we doing? Yeah, I am G-Fed. I'm making a video right now, you're in it. Oh, we actually did it. You got the wrong team, bro. You got the wrong team. You can't have that in the La Tech video. What are we doing? Get that out of here. Get that out of here. That might be our only athletic feat for the day, and the first one we knocked out on our first try right before we get in the facility. First thing we got that we absolutely love, a tile design of the logo. And to the right of here, how many Group of 5 programs have 3 Hall of Famers? Can't be too many. Got Terry Bradshaw first. Can't believe he got into the Hall in 1989, but a Hall of Famer for almost 40 years now. Fred Dean, inducted in 2008, defensive player. And in 2012, he got an O lineman. You can tell by the size of the jacket. Willie Roaf in the Hall of Fame too. But of course, if you are a 4-time Super Bowl champion like Terry Bradshaw is, you get a little bit more in the facility with 4 mock-up Lombardi trophies and the rings to go with it. These rings have come a long, long way since the 70s. One floor up from that now though, we are going into yet another premium area. Every premium area at La Tech is pretty recent, being built in the last dozen years or so. This all came about in 2014, and the area we just came from was 2017, right up there. I think this one right here is used about as much or even more for conferences than it is for football games. This looks like it's set up for a million different uses, but when it is used for a game, it is a great look at the field and a little walkthrough. Let's get forward for our content once again. In here is also where the most recent bowl trophies are hosted. I think the New Orleans Bowl trophy, one of the best ones, and there's a Blitnikoff winner for Troy Edwards in 1998. Not very often you're gonna see a Blitnikoff winner at Louisiana Tech, but Troy Edwards does have the most receiving yards in one game still with 405. I would love to see the tape of that game. Let's see what we can do inside this facility now. We're gonna start with this NFL wall right here that I think is really cool because you can see in the background, you got the Louisiana Tech days that transfers into the NFL days. And now along this way, we got Bulldogs in the NFL going all the way back to the 30s. You're around to watch all of these players. Who are the best ones that you watch at La Tech?
So for the offensive side, I would say Kenneth Dixon, very explosive and hard-nosed running back for us. And then for the defense side, I would say L'Jarius Sneed and Milton Williams. Obviously, Milton just won the Super Bowl for the Eagles, and then L'Jarius Sneed is ball hawking cornerback.
Now from here, first thing we got, the Spirit of 88. This is the Bulldog. You gotta touch before going to the field. But before we go to the field, we got the locker room right here. Just for some context right now, we're in between practices, in between lifting sessions. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a taste of it right here. A few things that overlay, but don't wanna get in too many people's way. A lot of team in here right now, but we do have one quick row of lockers that we can check out. Up above for the shoulder pads, little safe in here, little spot to sit right here. There's that right there too. One more thing we have to see around here before we get onto the field. We made it to the weight room too. This is actually later in real time to check this out because we had a lot of players lifting around here. But look at this red and blue squat rack. This is so colorful. I love this right here. I like all of these roadblocks right here too. Can I get on the tallest one in sandals? Might need to empty my pockets out a bit first. I never realized how much stuff I have on me until I take it all off me. Here we go. This might be cooler. It might be an injury. We still got it. Now from here, we even got the lights on to go out of the field. Usually a little bit smokier when we come out. You got the cannons right there that we were not using quite yet today. For a nice good view of the field right here. I told you guys to make it back out here. Might have been longer than 15 minutes. That's on me. That's on me, bro. First off, you got a great arm getting the ball up there. I want to talk to a student while we got him down here. Rivalries at Louisiana Tech. I know you got Louisiana Monroe is really close. Grambling State is really close.
Yep.
Louisiana Lafayette is in the same state, going to be in the same conference next year. Where do you guys like put the rivalries at Louisiana Tech? Who do you want to beat the most?
It would probably be ULM. That's our most sold out. We had some famous alumni here. Grambling would be a very nice face-off. They have a nice home stadium. And then NSU is an hour and a half away.
First thing I want to call out at the stadium is this side that we spent the most time in. We were in this press box for the entire beginning. Don't think we've seen this part actually quite yet. We have 3 national championships, 1972, 73, 74. Don't think that many people would know Louisiana Tech has a natty. They are FCS for what it's worth, but still. Our 3 Hall of Famers are also our 3 retired numbers. Bradshaw, Dean, and Rofe. I think that's all we have at Joe IA Field. We actually had more people join us that have, what do you even call these? One wheels? Okay, I've never rode one of these before. Can I ride this to the basketball arena? Okay, then the further you push down, probably the faster it goes. What the hell? Oh, this is kind of sick. How do you, okay, you gotta steer with your body, I take it. This is actually easier than I thought it was gonna be. Can I get all the way to basketball in this? How do you brake? I might get one of these for myself. I should have got this for the walk-on challenge. All right, is this safe to cross the street and not hit someone's car? Up the hill. Need a little bit more oomph here. I think we did it. That's a great contribution to the video. Thank you. Love that. Off to basketball. This basketball arena is washed over by Leon Barmore, head coach from 1977 and 2002, head coach Emeritus. Never seen that one before. Also, the women's basketball team here is the Lady Texters. It's not the Lady Bulldogs, the Lady Texters. I've always thought that's hilarious. As we get in the basketball arena, you can see the Lady Texters have even their own logo. How did Lady Texters come to be?
So before Coach Leon Barmore, our head coach before that, didn't really like Bulldogs as a nickname for lady sports. Didn't feel like it's very feminine, felt very masculine. And so she just took the name Tech and named it Lady Texters.
Because it started with women's basketball as well, it is only women's basketball that's a Lady Texters too. Everyone else just goes by Bulldogs, but women's basketball, Lady Texters. And we keep talking about Louisiana Tech women's basketball because this is probably the most storied program in the entire school. That is 1 Final Four, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, with 3 national championships too. All within about a 30-year window, 10 Final Fours, 3 natties at Louisiana Tech. That's incredible. Here's some of the ladies that helped make it happen. Kim Mulkey is the one that a lot of y'all probably know. There's even more players along every single section you walk past too, including Brooke Lassiter, actually now Brooke Storr, the current head coach. We'll actually go into the bowl from here. A very colorful bowl of that. Stepping onto Carl Malone Court, right below the Paul Millsap Vision scoreboard. Really the only 2 men's players you gotta know at La Tech. I love the Louisiana Tech banners. They're super dated, but in the best way possible. From there, that finally takes us to the pride of La Tech. I just found out this is their Bulldog hand signal. I don't know how no one told me that right when I walked in. Pretty cool. Through the concourse, into the baseball field. So I've been to La Tech one time before, and the one time that I went, I mistaked the softball field for the baseball field, which really tells you all I know about college baseball. This is the shot right here. Welcome to the Love Shack. That's actually the name of the field. It's trademarked and everything. One of the best names for a stadium in all sports, in my opinion. Then on top of all of these seat backs has berms all along the first base side. Great spot to watch a game from. There's even more in right field right here. And La Tech has baseball tailgating culture. Not too many places are gonna find that. That gets done right there. And of course, we got a Gotta get on the field a little bit too. So this baseball stadium was finished in 2021, one of the newer ones in the country. And there's a reason that got built. What happened to make this happen?
So in the spring of 2019, we had a tornado sweep through the town of Ruston. It destroyed our softball, soccer, baseball complexes. And after that, we rebuilt our stadium in the exact same spot.
Everything before the tornado actually used to be right through this parking lot right here. Used to be all athletic fields. Now it's parking lot. Now everything else got moved over this way. As we go up to press level, got our video board stuff, PA going on right here. And Jacob, who we were just with, actually does a PA out here. If you want to hear his voice a little bit more than you saw in this video, watch that game. Great time for that. Here's that shot from right behind home plate too. It has dorms that you could hit home runs to even. I feel like I've never seen dorms this close to the baseball field. I think Mississippi State has that too. Outside of that, news to me. But from here, we still have a baseball facility to check out. I feel like this is more impressive than anything we've seen in football though, honestly. Just walking in here, I'm excited to see what's in the rest of this. Back-to-back CUSA championships, 21 and 22. Baseball only players lounge. We haven't been to every baseball stadium like we have with football. I can't imagine that many baseball stadiums have even this in there. And it seems like we got a hitting facility up here. I can already hear it. One pitch, what do you got? That's a solid single. And up here, just like football facilities, we have our baseball, media rooms, offices, all you need at that side of things. And just like the lounges you've seen football team rooms, here's our baseball team room. With one big difference back over here. This actually doubles as a suite for game day. One more thing we got down here, we're headed to the locker room. I got to admit, baseball is doing better than football. As far as my eye can see. This is fantastic. And a sunset on our day because we have to be at Liberty 13 and a half hours away tomorrow. The longest one-day drive of the entire trip. Holden and everyone else has been in the video. Thanks so much from the G Federation, being a great tour guide. I think this is my way out to Lynchburg.